Hello, my name is George Watts. I'm a British Willy yoga teacher and creator of the Yoga Teacher Business Kit. Today we're on part 8 of a 10-part series on yoga marketing. And if you click on the link below, you'll get to this blog post if you're on YouTube or Vimeo. And if you're on my website, you don't have to do that. So if you're here at the website, it's 10 little known yoga marketing tips for your website. And let's get straight to it. So you'll come here, and if you haven't clicked on that link, you'll come to my blog post, and then you'll see it there. So we'll scroll on down. We've done several videos already. I won't cover those as we've already gone through them all. But you can, when you come here, if you're interested in this tip, you'll scroll on down till you get to tip number 8. And this is all about tremendous testimonials. So I think no matter if you haven't, if you weren't in the, well, most yoga teachers have it's their second job, so they do it in the evenings or early in the mornings before, maybe they work the 2 part-time jobs in there. So there's very few full-time yoga teachers, but even if it's not your full-time job, I think it's really important to get to treat it as a business. And one of the ways is to get these testimonials. So I'm big on testimonials, and there's a few tips that I give here on how to go about getting testimonials. I'll just cover 1 or 2 of them. So what you can do is to get a testimonial. If you've gone and done tip number 3 of the series, you'll have set up a online MailChimp newsletter for your website, and you can simply send out an announcement. And all an announcement is 1 email. So you're sending an email to your list of subscribers, and that'll be your students, presumably, or your workshop students, or your retreat students, or if you've got a yoga studio, it'll be your yoga student members. And you send an announcement to them saying, and I've got the template here that I sent to my list, and you're just asking for a very short testimonial from them. Another tip here for testimonials is use pictures. So if you go to my testimonials on my Yoga Teacher Lesson Plan kit or any of my kits, you'll see I've got lots and lots and lots of testimonials from people, yoga teachers who are using my kits, and do that for your classes as well, and also for your workshops and for the retreats. Next one, so what you can do, the smartphone, really everyone's pretty much got a smartphone these days except me. I don't really like the smartphones, but I've got a camera, DSLR camera. I'll take that to class and I'll take a photo of the student and ask permission to see if I can use that photo and her testimonial or his testimonial on my website. Another one here is be brief. Make sure the testimonials are short. A couple of sentences is usually fine. You don't want huge paragraphs. Tip number 4 is use video. If you can, get your smartphone out if you've got one, or get a little flip cam. I still have somewhere, but I use my DSLR now. I've got a little HD flip camera that I bought from Amazon for about 60 quid. And you can get a really good quality one, and you can just film yourself, maybe do a film me selfie, or you just film the student, get her or him saying the testimonial, and put that up on your website, put it up on YouTube. Obviously you've got to get permission from the student to be able to do all this. Another one is you can use your LinkedIn testimonials or endorsements. So if anyone's endorsed you, you can just send a quick email to them and say, do you mind if you can write me a quick testimonial? And what else we got here? Put them everywhere. So once you've got your testimonials, you've got to use them. So don't just put them on your website. That's obviously a very good starting point, but you can put them in your emails. You can put them on Twitter, put them on Facebook, put them on your LinkedIn profile. The more places that you can put your testimonials, the better, because that's pretty much the number one reason why people will choose you over another person is they'll sort of look through the testimonials, and that's kind of a big one. It's a bigger issue, but the more competition you've got nearby. So if you're in London or a fairly big city and you've got lots of yoga teachers around you, that's when it's more crucial to get the testimonials. For me, I live in the middle of Wales, so the testimonials for my classes is not a big deal. So I don't have testimonials on my website here. For that, I've got all the testimonials for people who've bought my kits, but it's not such a big deal for me for my students, because I've got full classes already, and I don't have that much competition around me. Another one, make them traceable testimonials. So if you go to, I'll show you an example. If you go to my Yoga Teacher Lesson Plan kit page, you'll notice that every single one of the testimonials here, so if we go to the first one here, she doesn't have a website, but she's got a Twitter, so there people can go there. So it's traceable. I've also got an image. You'll see the image there. Come down here. This person didn't have an image, so I've used a stock image. But there's his website. Most of them have an image. So if I scroll down a little bit more, there's there's one there. So it's her image, and she didn't have a website. So that's one of the few ones where I don't have, where it's traceable. There's the image, there's the website, and so on. Virtually all of them, if you come down to the bottom of the page, this is where all my testimonials are, and you'll see pretty much every single one of them will be traceable unless they don't have a website or they weren't too keen on me providing the link. So yeah, and all you've got to do is ask. So let's go back to the tip here. So I think that's pretty much it. Testimonials really really important, very easy. You can just use the smartphone. See if you can get a bit creative. Don't just do the written one, but if you can get your smartphone and do a video of it, that just sends it up a big notch. It also gives you the perceived value, kind of like an author who writes a book. That instantly they write a book, their perceived value goes up in the eye of the prospect or the outside world. It's the same thing with a video testimonial. If you've gone to the bother of doing a video testimonial, it sends a signal to the viewer that you're serious and that you're a professional. So have fun with it. All you've got to do is ask. I don't think I've ever had. Normally, what happens is I won't sort of blatantly go out asking for the testimonials. Usually, what happens in a class is someone comes up to me and they've had they're really enjoying the class and they've had lots of benefits. I'll ask for a testimonial then, and you can do a case study as well. So this is one thing I'll be doing in the future when I'm doing sort of more workshops and retreats. Is I'll be getting more case studies from people who have come to my retreats and workshops, and a case study is again pretty simple, and it's one of the tips. If I just scroll back down to the testimonials tip, it's actually one of the tips here. Number 9 is the case studies, and I give you simple steps on how to do a case study. It sounds all technical, but it's actually really really easy. All you got to do is follow the story of what actually happened. So what were the students' goals? What are their needs? Did you meet their needs, and how did you satisfy? Just progress. It's just a paragraph or two, maybe a few photos of the student, maybe. And you could have a bit of fun as well with all your students. You could have before and after photos or something else. I've never thought of that before, but it's just getting creative and allowing yourself to have maybe a bit of fun. And any sort of a yoga business or any business, you're always just testing kind of what works. Sort of marketing is all about testing. And if you suddenly get a crazy idea, like doing before and after photos, it's a bit of fun, and it's one way of getting them to be part of a club. So it's actually not such a crazy idea. So if everyone was up for at the beginning of a 6-week course and they did the before and after photos, could work. It might not work. So that's what I'm saying here is anytime you do any of this marketing and it doesn't work, that's fine. Just go on to the next one and give that a go. So I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, you can go up to my About page and contact me. And that's it. Good luck.